Welcome to the world of sustainable gardening. Did you know that traditional gardening can use up to 70% of household water? Or that nearly 1/3 of the food we produce ends up as waste? These facts might shock you, but don't worry, we're here to change that. In this video, we'll dive into 6 amazing, eco-friendly gardening techniques perfect for beginners. These methods save water, enrich the soil, and recycle waste. You'll learn how to turn rotting wood into fertile ground, brew a powerful plant drink, and layer your garden like a lasagna. We'll also explore a fish-plant symbiosis, design self-sustaining ecosystems, and ferment food scraps quickly. By the end, you'll be equipped with the knowledge to start your own sustainable garden. Ready to transform your gardening game and help the planet? Let's get started. Chapter 1. Green Thumbs Up. The Magic of Hugelkultur. Hugelkultur is a fascinating ancient gardening technique that turns rotting wood and organic material into rich, fertile soil. This method originated in Eastern Europe and Germany. It's perfect for new gardeners because it's low maintenance and eco-friendly. To start a hugelkultur bed, you first need some logs or branches. These form the base layer. Cover them with smaller branches, twigs, and leaves. Next, add a layer of compost or manure for nutrients. Finally, top it off with soil. This layering process mimics the natural forest floor. As the wood decomposes, it releases nutrients into the soil. This creates a thriving environment for plants. Interestingly, a hugelkultur bed can last up to 20 years, continually enriching the soil. One big advantage of hugelkultur is its water retention. The decaying wood acts like a sponge, holding water and reducing the need for frequent watering. This is particularly useful in dry climates or during hot summers. A unique fact: hugelkultur beds can be built on top of poor or compacted soil, transforming it into fertile ground. This makes it an excellent choice for areas with challenging soil conditions. Paul Wheaton, a permaculture expert, says, "Hugelkultur is like a giant compost pile for your garden." This sums up its benefits perfectly. Plus, it's a great way to recycle garden waste and fallen branches. Hugelkultur is also beneficial for improving soil aeration. The decomposing wood creates air pockets, which help roots breathe and grow better. This is crucial for healthy plant development. Another interesting aspect is that hugelkultur beds warm up quicker in spring. The decomposition process generates heat, extending the growing season. This can give your plants a head start, especially in cooler climates. Hugelkultur beds can be built in various shapes and sizes. You can create raised beds, mounds, or even keyhole gardens. This flexibility allows you to design a garden that fits your space and needs. It's also worth noting that hugelkultur can support a diverse range of plants. From vegetables and herbs to flowers and shrubs, nearly anything can thrive in these beds. This diversity can enhance the ecosystem in your garden. If you're concerned about pests, hugelkultur can help. The rich, balanced soil supports strong, healthy plants that are more resistant to diseases and pests. Plus, beneficial insects and microbes thrive in this environment, providing natural pest control. Chapter 2. Compost tea. Brew your plants a nutrient-rich drink. Compost tea is an easy, organic way to boost your garden's health. This nutrient-rich liquid fertilizer can work wonders for your plants. It's made by steeping compost in water, much like making tea. To make compost tea, you'll need a bucket, water, and some good quality compost. Fill the bucket with water and add the compost. Let it steep for about 24 to 48 hours. Stir occasionally to help release nutrients into the water. One of the great things about compost tea is its versatility. You can use it as a soil drench or foliar spray. Both methods deliver nutrients directly to the plants, promoting strong growth and resilience. Studies show that compost tea can improve soil structure and increase microbial activity. This creates a healthy environment for plant roots. It also helps suppress plant diseases, thanks to beneficial microorganisms in the compost. A fun fact: compost tea can also boost the nutrient content of your vegetables. Research from Cornell University found that plants treated with compost tea had higher levels of essential nutrients. This means healthier, more nutritious produce for you. Another benefit is that compost tea is a sustainable alternative to chemical fertilizers. It's made from natural, recycled materials, reducing your garden's environmental impact. Plus, it's free if you make your own compost. Author Jeff Lowenfels says, "Compost tea is like a health tonic for your garden." This analogy highlights its role in maintaining plant health and vitality. It's a simple yet powerful tool for any gardener. When applying compost tea, it's best to do so early in the morning or late in the evening. This prevents the sun from burning the leaves and ensures better absorption. Also, use it within a few hours of brewing to get the maximum benefit. For a stronger brew, consider using a compost tea brewer. These devices aerate the tea, boosting the growth of beneficial microbes. This can enhance the tea's effectiveness, providing even more benefits to your plants. You can also customize your compost tea by adding other ingredients. For example, molasses can feed beneficial bacteria, while seaweed extract adds trace minerals. Experiment to find the best mix for your garden's needs. Chapter 3: Lasagna Gardening. Layer your way to healthy soil. Lasagna gardening, also known as sheet composting, is a no-dig method that's perfect for new gardeners. It's all about building layers of organic material, much like making a lasagna. This technique saves time, reduces weeds, and builds fertile soil. To start, pick a spot in your garden. Lay down a thick layer of cardboard or newspaper. This base layer smothers weeds and grass, breaking down over time to improve the soil. Next, add layers of organic material. Alternate between brown layers, like leaves or straw, and green layers, like vegetable scraps or grass clippings. Each layer should be about 2 to 4 inches thick. An interesting fact: lasagna gardening can be done in any season. There's no need to wait for spring or fall. Start anytime and let nature do the work. One big benefit of lasagna gardening is that it improves soil structure without digging. This method promotes healthy soil by encouraging earthworms and beneficial microbes to thrive. They break down the layers, turning them into rich, crumbly soil. Author Patricia Lanza popularized this method in her book, Lasagna Gardening. She says, "It's a simple, foolproof way to create great soil." This approach is especially useful for areas with poor soil conditions. Another unique fact: lasagna gardens retain moisture well. The layered materials help the soil hold water, reducing the need for frequent watering. This is a big plus in hot, dry climates. Lasagna gardening also reduces waste. Use kitchen scraps, garden waste, and even shredded paper to build your layers. This recycling process helps reduce the amount of waste that goes to landfills. If you're worried about pests, lasagna gardening can help. The rich, balanced soil supports strong plants that are more resistant to pests and diseases. Plus, the layered approach can deter pests that prefer bare soil. One key to success is to balance your browns and greens. Browns add carbon, while greens add nitrogen. This balance is crucial for healthy composting. If your garden is too smelly, you might need more browns. Lasagna gardens can be built anywhere. Whether you have a small backyard or a large plot, this method works well. You can even create raised beds using the same layering technique. It's also flexible. You can plant immediately in a new lasagna bed, or let it decompose for a season before planting. Either way, you'll end up with rich, fertile soil that supports healthy plant growth. Chapter 4: Aquaponics. Fish and plants, a symbiotic symphony. Aquaponics is an innovative gardening method that combines aquaculture, raising fish, with hydroponics, growing plants in water. This symbiotic system is efficient and sustainable, making it perfect for beginners. In an aquaponics system, fish waste provides nutrients for the plants. The plants, in turn, filter and clean the water for the fish. It's a natural, self-sustaining cycle. To set up an aquaponics system, you need a fish tank, a grow bed, and a pump. The pump circulates water from the fish tank to the grow bed, where plants are grown. The water then returns to the fish tank, cleaned by the plants. One fascinating fact: aquaponics uses up to 90% less water than traditional soil gardening. This makes it an excellent choice for areas with water shortages. A study by the University of the Virgin Islands found that aquaponics can produce 6 times more vegetables per square foot than traditional methods. This high yield is due to the constant supply of nutrients from the fish waste. Aquaponics can be done indoors or outdoors, making it versatile. Whether you have a backyard, a greenhouse, or even a sunny window, you can set up an aquaponics system. Author Sylvia Bernstein, in her book, Aquaponic Gardening, says, "Aquaponics is the perfect blend of aquaculture and hydroponics." This highlights the balance and efficiency of the system. One of the biggest benefits of aquaponics is that it eliminates the need for chemical fertilizers. The fish provide all the nutrients the plants need, creating a natural and organic growing environment. Another interesting aspect is that aquaponics can grow a wide variety of plants. From leafy greens and herbs to tomatoes and peppers, the possibilities are vast. You can even grow fruiting plants like strawberries and melons. Aquaponics also reduces pest problems. Since the plants are grown in water, soil-borne pests are not an issue. This leads to healthier plants and fewer pesticide applications. For those interested in sustainability, aquaponics is a great choice. It uses fewer resources, produces less waste, and can provide fresh, local produce year-round. To get started, choose the right fish for your system. Tilapia, goldfish, and koi are popular choices. These fish are hardy and can thrive in a variety of conditions. Chapter 5: Permaculture Pioneers. Design a self-sustaining ecosystem. Permaculture is a gardening approach that mimics natural ecosystems. It's all about creating a self-sustaining garden that works with nature, not against it. For beginners, it's an ideal way to build a resilient and productive garden. Start by observing your space. Notice where the sun shines, where the wind blows, and how water flows. This helps you design your garden to make the best use of natural resources. A key principle of permaculture is zoning. Place plants and elements that need frequent attention close to your home. Less demanding plants can be placed further away. This saves time and energy. Bill Mollison, the father of permaculture, said, "Though the problems of the world are increasingly complex, the solutions remain embarrassingly simple." This philosophy underpins the simplicity and effectiveness of permaculture. Companion planting is another strategy. Certain plants support each other when grown together. For example, planting basil near tomatoes can improve tomato flavor and deter pests. It's a natural way to enhance plant health. Permaculture also emphasizes the use of perennial plants. Unlike annuals, perennials return year after year, reducing the need for replanting. They help build soil health and provide a continuous harvest. Interesting fact, a well-designed permaculture garden can produce up to 50% more food than conventional gardening methods. This efficiency is due to the thoughtful placement and diversity of plants. One crucial aspect is soil health. Use mulch, compost, and cover crops to enrich the soil. Healthy soil supports robust plant growth and reduces the need for fertilizers. Water management is vital in permaculture. Use techniques like swales and rain gardens to capture and store water. This helps conserve water and provides a reliable supply during dry periods. Biodiversity is key. Include a mix of plants, animals, and insects to create a balanced ecosystem. This diversity helps control pests and diseases naturally, reducing the need for chemical interventions. You can also incorporate animals into your permaculture garden. Chickens, for instance, can help with pest control and fertilization. Their presence adds another layer of sustainability. Another interesting fact, permaculture gardens can improve local microclimates. Strategically placed trees and shrubs can provide shade, reduce wind, and create a more favorable growing environment. Incorporate natural building materials. Use stone, wood, and other local materials for garden structures. This not only looks beautiful but also reduces environmental impact. Chapter 6, Bokashi Composting. Ferment your food scraps fast. Bokashi composting is a unique method that ferments food scraps quickly and efficiently. Originating in Japan, this technique is perfect for beginners looking to recycle kitchen waste into rich compost. To start, you'll need a bokashi bin and some bokashi bran. The bran is inoculated with beneficial microbes that ferment the food scraps. Layer your food waste with the bran in the bin, pressing down to remove air. One great benefit of bokashi composting is its speed. Unlike traditional composting, which can take months, bokashi composting breaks down food scraps in just a few weeks. This fast turnaround is ideal for urban gardeners with limited space. An interesting fact, bokashi composting can handle meat, dairy, and cooked foods, which traditional composting methods typically avoid. This makes it highly versatile and reduces the amount of waste sent to landfills. Dr. Teruo Higa, who developed the effective microorganisms, used in bokashi, said, "Bokashi is a revolutionary method for dealing with organic waste." His work highlights the effectiveness and simplicity of this technique. Another unique aspect is that bokashi composting is odorless. The fermentation process prevents the foul smells associated with rotting food. This makes it suitable for indoor use, even in small apartments. Bokashi composting also produces a nutrient-rich liquid known as bokashi tea. This liquid can be diluted and used as a fertilizer for plants. It's a fantastic way to give your garden a nutrient boost. After a few weeks of fermentation, the bokashi waste can be buried in the garden or added to a traditional compost pile. It breaks down quickly in the soil, enriching it with nutrients and beneficial microbes. One practical tip, keep your bokashi bin in a convenient location, like under the kitchen sink. This makes it easy to add food scraps and maintain the process.